Good morning, traders. My name's Ryan Littlestone from forexflow.live. Going to go on a bit of a whistle-stop tour around the pairs today because basically we had a lot of movement around the houses last week, but we're still sitting in these very tight ranges in a lot of pairs. So the first pair I'm going to look at is euro dollar, and pretty much we've been stuck in this sort of 121, 122 range, but we have seen these small extensions out, these little breaks above the big figures, below the big figures if you like as well. So what I'm looking at here is we're again sitting around a sort of pivot point that's 121.60 to 121.80, and the price seems to gravitate around this area. If it holds below, then we do see a move down towards 121. If it's above, we see a move towards 122. Now we can see a move up toward all the recent highs around 50 and then back into the May highs around 60s. But above 122, it's really a case of just seeing basically every sort of 10 pips there's likely to be resistance. But the main points I'm looking at here is 122.20, 122.40. Get above those and then we start to look at the recent highs. Below 121, we're going to see if the 120.80 area is going to show up again. It's been one of those historical S&R levels. Get below that and then the next big level is 120.50. So that's the range for that pair. Next pair we're going to move on to quickly is cable, or the pound versus the dollar. Again, it's pretty much all about the big figures here, 141 to 142. Above 142, we get this area into 142.20. Again, one of these small extension areas. Get above there, then perhaps we get to look at the highs up towards that 142.45.50 area. Down below, we seem to be finding minor support into sort of 141.10, just ahead of that big figure at 141. If we get below there, again, it's another case of the sort of 75.80 level. That becomes the next minor support point. Below there, the bigger level down towards 140.50. If we do get under 141, then we could potentially get a push down towards 140 if obviously we get under those subsequent levels. That would be a bigger test as well in itself, perhaps extending the range then to 140, 142. Next pair we're going to look at quickly is the Aussie dollar versus the US dollar. Something as prior videos have shown, I've been looking at this one for quite some time now, stuck in this 77, 78 range. What we saw last week was a break below the lower part of the area, the 76, 80 zone. That broke down to the 50s and it wasn't really a big break. And we bounced right back up again, and here we are again around the middle of the 77s. But it might have loosened the picture slightly there, might have sort of cracked the egg, as it were. So we could see a potential for that 77 area to then not hold as much support if we get another test. Or in fact, it could have, the break could have flushed out the short-term bearishness, and we see a rebound there, and the longs come back in, and the level solidifies. But so still, we're still in this 78.15 topside level to look at. Get above there. Again, we get a push towards the highs. If we do get another break below 77, 76.80, look for it to hold. If it doesn't hold, then we stay in the box. Moving on again, next pair is dollar yen. This one is a small shift. We've sort of been running in the 108, 109 area. Now we seem to have pushed up to the 109, 110 zone. We're going to see if that zone maintains itself. Again, we've got these little extensions. So below this 109.20 zone that we're sitting in at the moment, that's where we're finding support. Below there, we get the 109. Above 110, we've got this 110, 20, 30 highs. That's the next zone above. So that's pretty much a range. It's sort of 109.20, 110.30 above. Push above or below those levels, and we get a test to the recent highs and lows. The next one on the docket here is going to be dollar versus the CAD. Again, another tight range, 121.45.50 up top. Big 120 psychological level down below. We've got the BOC on Wednesday. In the middle, I'm not really interested here, but if we get a break either side of those edges, those are the levels I'm looking to play, as well as seeing if those levels hold to keep it in the range. Last pair we're going to look at very quickly is Euro Sterling. Slightly bearish on the trend on this one, but we're not getting this hold below the 86 handle. If we do get a hold below there, and then subsequently below the sort of 86, 75, 80 zone, then we're going to see if we get another push down to the recent lows around 85, 40, 50, and then even further down to 85. Back above, need to retake the 86.20 handle in the very short term. The bigger level right above is 87.20, so a lot of work to be done there. Again, another pair to play the ranges. That's it for me. As always, I wish you luck this week.